Happy Monday evening, everyone. It's really good to see all of you. I know that we're here on 4th of July week, so I don't know how many people are going to have time to come, but it's great to have all of you with us. We've got Tim and Cindy here, and you know what? Before I go through everybody and say hey, I wanted just to quickly go over our video today. So I don't know if you haven't seen it, go watch it afterwards, because I shared more than just what's going on with that measles vaccine. But it's really important to stay on top of that. What I shared within my video is what it says on the State Department website. The State Department website relays what the Honduran officials are saying about the measles vaccine, and that you have to show that you have had that vaccine. Well, I can show that I've had that vaccine because I've had it, but there are a lot of people who never got it because they had measles. And so I'm trying to follow up on that. I noticed that someone in the comments today said they called Princess. Princess doesn't know these things. I think that the people higher up are maybe working on it, but not anybody that answers the phone. No. And so I will keep you up to date when we hear on how they're going to manage this. If you can't show proof that you had the measles vaccine, they say that you have to have proof of a test showing that you don't have that. And so none of the cruise lines, none, in spite of what it seems like maybe some people out there are saying, have issued a statement saying how they're going to manage this. They haven't. All of the when you read through everything that a cruise line puts out there, they encourage people to be vaccinated to travel, which is, just what they have always said. That's not new. And so when it comes, though, to this thing with measles, I thought about it a lot. And I thought, I wonder moving forward if not only we're going to see this requirement more with what the United States is trying to do with vaccines, for better or worse, but I'm also thinking that with what we did during COVID and having to show proof of a vaccination to travel with that is how we got to this point that they thought they could do that, like with the measles thing. So I think anything is fair game out there, and I'll keep you up to date. But it is really interesting to me with a whole lot of people that can't show that, they had the measles, so they can't show that they had the vaccine. So I got a booster a few years ago. If you work closely with little kids a lot, they recommend that you have I'm not a doctor, but I remember when our youngest granddaughter was born and I took care of her a lot of the time. They recommended that since I was with, a baby that age, that just to make sure that I didn't accidentally pass anything along, that I had that. So I did. I can't remember if Gordon did. So I've got that like recently, like 6 years ago. And so it will be really interesting though. So everybody tell me what you think in the comments about this. We've got a lot. We'll just keep our eye on it. And I'm sure that we'll be getting more information about this rolling forward.
And you remember, when we were in college kind of age, in order to travel, you had to go and get a lot of immunizations.
Well, it depends on where you were going in the world.
True.
Yeah.
True.
And there still are things listed in the CDC that they recommend that you get if you're going to certain places. So anyway, it's nice to have you all here, though. I just feel like I wanted to say that. That's why on my thumbnail it said something like about COVID all over again, because you can't go in to Honduras if you can't show that. And so, it's a new thing, and it's and it just started immediately. They didn't say in a month. They didn't say in 3 weeks.
Now.
So anyway, Tim and Cindy, always such a pleasure to have you guys with us. Matt, Jernigan, nice to have you here with us, and Michael, it's so good to see you. I hope you're doing okay. Nice to have you here with us. So, and tell me too, like, you're not going to worry about this. Are you just going to go and stay on the ship and not worry about going into Honduras? That's the only place so far that is saying this. So, and I will say that where we live about, how far is Orem? So the town of Orem, we have friends that live there, and they said there's like an outbreak of measles there. And so people are being really careful that are worried about it. They're being careful where they take their little babies that can't be immunized yet. At any rate, so I think it's going to just happen more. Code 4 for life, Don and Scotty. So nice to see you from Haines, Alaska on the beautiful Westerdom. Nice to have you with us, you guys. I hope you're still having a good time. Will they ever get off? I don't know. They take these fancy cruises and just stay on forever.
Yeah.
It's really exciting. Hope you're enjoying
What would it
Haynes
be like to
today.
cruise that much?
Christine, nice to have you with us. Christy, you and David, have a Coke. Nice to see you.
Oh yeah, that's the other controversial discussion going on from your video today.
Yeah, like Diet Coke or Pepsi. So, David, nice to. I love everybody saying hey to everybody. And Lolly, they're in their RV a little bit south there of Boston, so they're going to go to the Kennedy Presidential Library and then to Fenway. That's really nice. Good for you. I haven't been to the Kennedy Presidential Library. It's on my list of things to do when you fly into Boston. If you are out further in the A gates that you have to go under the ground to go in, every time you're almost to baggage claim, they have this really cool thing where they're playing like the voice of John F. Kennedy as he talks about going to the moon and not doing things because they're easy, but because they're hard. And it's really cool. Makes me want to go every time I need to get there. So, and Ray and Linda, so nice to see you here. Thank you. Maudie, good to see you, my dear. And Carrie. Maudie, I glimpsed your message yesterday. But I've been busy today and I've done some work. I'm going to do a lot of work tonight. So if you haven't sent me an email, send me an email, would you, sweetheart? So Carrie is in great and rainy Juneau. Managed to get out for a short walk. I saw that he got there on Facebook. So I'm glad you made it. And it seems to me like, I'm trying to remember how many times I've been to Juneau that it's been sunny. I don't know. It's usually gray and rainy, huh? Yeah. So Becky, so good to see you. Let's see, Kim, nice to see you from Montana, Kim Goldade, and PC Charlie 100. Good to have you with us. Let's see, Curtis Ling from Arkansas. Welcome. Mark Mitchell, nice to have you. Well, there's our head. He's so hot and humid in DC. You know what? It's hot here today.
About almost 100.
Yeah. And so I was just looking, it's 94 right now. It's starting to cool off a little. But it was humidity today when I walked out. Nothing like your humidity. No. That usually we have hardly any humidity. And I felt humidity today. So I don't want that here. So Kathy, nice to have you with us. And Justine, you and Scott, Kathy Curry, Clyde, you and Sue. So nice. Oh, it's sunny up there in Seattle. That's really nice. Let's see. Oh dear. Carrie's worrying it might be more than just muscles in his back. I hope you're okay, Carrie. I really do. Let's see. Mark wants to know about the measles vaccine. He does not plan to go ashore in Roatan. See, I was talking with somebody today, and she's like, the only record I have, it's in my baby book. My mom wrote it in there that I had the measles. So, like, what do? Take a screenshot of your baby book? I don't know. That's going to be the really hard part. So we'll just see. And I would hate to have to think that everybody has to pay a lot of money to get that test every time. I would just stay on. I don't know. So Mark says he needs to get a measles booster. You know what? I don't know. I don't know. If you want to go, this is my guess. Like at this point in time, talk to your doctor about that, because if you want to go to Honduras frequently, you might want to get the booster, because then you can just show that and away you go every time. But I can't recommend you get a booster because I'm not your doctor. So you talk to your doctor about that. Yeah. But I had that thought today. I thought, oh, maybe that's what people are going to do. I don't know. Let's see. Mark had the booster a couple of months ago at Walgreens. So good to go. No, most of us did. Yeah, Carrie, most people did.
I think Mark's spouse is the one talking.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Gordon is better keeping up on this. We've got Mary Jo and Eric with us. Nice to see you, sweetheart. So, yeah. And Lee is here. Lee Bugby, happy Monday to everybody. And Holly and Craig, thank you. Holly, I will get back to you. So, let's see.
Ray and Carrie are talking about their back.
Yeah. Can you please send me a reply when you get a chance? Yes, you sent me your plans. Yes, I will absolutely acknowledge that I received that. Let me write that down here. Okay. Reply.
Oh.
To email. I remember K. Your email with your plans. It's really Joel. Yeah.
So Kay is the one talking about okay. Mark. Okay.
It's okay. It's nice to have you with us. So, and Christine, hello. Hugh and Larry, hope you guys are doing okay. Let's see. Oh, and Linda and Al, nice to have you. Still waiting. That sweet baby is taking their time arriving, huh? I was thinking about you, wondering how much longer. So I'm glad. I'm glad to know that everything's still okay. We're just waiting. So Bruce, nice to see you. Our little sweetheart that was a week early, intentionally a week early because they knew that the last one was too big, was 7 pounds and 12 ounces. That new little baby we've got. So it's a good thing he was a minute early. So, oh, Daniel and Dan and Diane watching from Indiana. Thanks for coming, you guys. Nice to see you. Let's see. Everybody's talking. Let's see. Christine, nice to see you. Baylor Girls, Sick and Bears, nice to have you with us.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Senior Sea Dog in Convin, Washington. Susan, nice to have you with us. And Holly, having venison backstrap on the grill tonight. Wow, look at you, sweetie pie. That's awesome. Julia from Florida. Really good to see you.
Alexandria
Packing
from
for her
Maui.
packing for her Alaska cruise. Hi there, Alex. Good to see you. And John, is it hot and windy there in Maui? Let's see. Holly says, "How can you explain how a move over offers? Can you volunteer to be on the list of those willing? How far before the sailing does Princess make the offers? What kind of financial or future cruise credit offers?" So the standard offers that generally are what go out can go out anywhere from a week. I don't usually see them much before a week. And there's not a way to say that you want to do that. And it's really interesting. The way that they're going to want to try to do that is it's very intentional. They don't just start at the top of the alphabet and go down the ship. It's what cabins they need the most of. And so they'll start offering those. Like I said, the earliest ones I've seen are at about a week. Usually they will say that you, it used to be that you could just get on any other Princess cruise usually, and you would get the next cruise that you would go on would be free. And then you would get the money that you paid for the cruise that you're going to not take because you're going to take the offer. You get that given to you as a future, as an onboard credit when you go on your next cruise. If you don't spend any of it, or what is left that you don't spend, they send you a check for when you get home, just like they do with refundable onboard credit. And so, like I said, there's not a way to volunteer. They really do send them out to people that have the cabins that they need to get a hold of. And I've seen it for all kinds of cabins. It's not just for suites or mini suites or balconies. It's for interiors, ocean views, whatever it is they're needing. And so I know that for that Emerald Princess that's going to sail the July 3rd sailing, I know that there have been a lot of move over offers going on that, but people that have let me know that they received one, they've all said, nope, we're still going to go. And so, but they'll get people that are flexible enough with their schedule and with what they're doing that they'll take it. So Princess has not had the problem of giving move over offers and not having anybody accept it. So they have to decline people once they get to the port. That's not a thing. So people don't need to worry about that. But usually it used to be, like I was saying, I was looking at your questions there. It used to be that they would say, just go on another Princess cruise. But like a lot of the ones that I have seen this year for Alaska cruises, like you have to move to another Alaska cruise in a certain amount of time. And so that's getting a little bit different the way they're doing it, that they give you more of a time frame, like a similar cruise in a certain amount of time. And so yeah, that's it. But yeah, I wish people could volunteer, because people that are flexible enough would just go ahead and put their name on the list, right? That would be really nice. And maybe like the cruise line should think of that in the future, because if you just have people that you know in certain classes of cabins that are happy to switch, then that would save you some trouble in sending out all those offers, waiting the 48, usually you have 48 hours to accept it. And so, we have gotten a few move over offers. I think the time that we got offered the most was the one when we did the Mediterranean in 2019, because first they offered, like a free cruise. But by the time they called us finally when we were at the airport, waiting to get on the plane to head out. They actually said, you can have a free cruise, you can have all your money back. And what else did they were giving us something else. I can't remember, but it was a really sweet deal. But I'm really glad that I went, because we had like a wonderful time.
Yeah,
And then
it worked
2020
out.
happened, then COVID. So anyway, yeah, let me know if you have more questions, Holly. But those are really exciting to get for people that can move, that have that flexibility. So let's see. Oh, I hope you have good weather in Skagway tomorrow, Carrie. Yeah, let's see. Less than 90 days. Michael and Nancy have less than 90 days till their Northern Lights and transatlantic cruise on the Emerald
Oh,
Princess.
yeah.
I am so excited for you guys. That's going to be wonderful. Just absolutely wonderful. I'm happy for you. And Jody, nice to see you, sweetie pie. Who needs Honduras anyway? David says it'll be interesting. I thought about this, and especially if they're the only ones that do it, you wonder if we're going to see fewer port calls there in Honduras. I've thought about that, but a lot of cruises go to Honduras. A lot do. So I don't know. But you know what? A lot of people, think of how many people it's really easy for them to show that they've got that vaccine. They'll just go. It's like no big deal. I think it's just harder for people that had it and don't have a vaccine to show for it. And then maybe people that got it a long time ago, and it's harder to put their hands on their immunization record. So yeah. William says, I'm going on an Alaskan cruise July 5th. That's just coming right up. Let's see. Lorraine says, I believe you have a...
You can have...
Oh, you can have a titer drawn. That's the thing. That's how you get a test. Yeah. How long from the blood work is it good for? They say you need to show proof within... I have my paper right here. Proof 72 to 48 hours. And like if you're going to get on a flight, that's what they're going to require. So I bet it's the same with like before you get on a cruise or before you get there. I'm really waiting for the cruise lines to say something about this, really waiting. And you know what cruise line has the very best information page on what's required in everywhere that you're going to travel? It's Norwegian. Hands down, they have a whole page of everywhere they sail in the world, every country, and they list what is required for every country. And I looked at that this morning before I did my video, and it does not talk about this yet. So I'm expecting Norwegian to update that really soon. And so I'm going to keep my eye on Norwegian's page because they do such a great job. But I would expect the cruise lines are going to have to say something pretty quick because like cruises are going there now. And so I'm hoping too that anybody who is going on a cruise to Honduras like this week, anytime soon, let us know.
Yeah.
Like what they say to you on the ship, if they send you any information before you go. I've been watching my notifications, and nobody that I've got going to Honduras soon, like no cruise line has sent me like an update to make sure that the guest knows. Because if I did, I would know it, and I would have sent that on as well. So yeah, let's see. Heading to Alaska, retired will travel. I like that. They're going to go to Alaska in a month on the Sand Dam. Let's see. Went to Roatan last February. Carrie says it was a highlight. Excuse me. Chantella, what a pretty name. Nice to have you here. Going to Alaska next June. So which ship are you going to go on, Chantella? Let us know. Let's see. NC History Buff 001. They contacted Princess about the VIP Love Boat package. You just call it customer service, huh? Like when I hinder Princess or whatever. VIP Love Boat package for the November 16th sailing. They don't seem to have any idea about them. You know what? It's because it's just the customer service line. So last year when the cruise sailed, August 31st was the day the Love Boat cruise sailed. They released those packages in June. I know because I know where I was standing in England when they were released. When that came out, I remember. And so we still have a ways. I'm not going to be surprised if we don't see it until September. Mm-hmm. So, and yeah, the just regular customer service people, they don't know anything about that. You can even call some of them after they release those, and you'll have to really talk them into talking to their supervisor to find out about it. And I think part of it is, the training that's required, not required. I think some of them honestly stay up to date more on the updates that they're sent. And I don't know exactly what all updates they are. And this is on other cruise lines too. It's not just Princess. You can call the others customer service and ask them about some things and they don't know. It's just not in their wheelhouse to know that. So yeah, we don't know yet. So we'll find out when they are available. I'll tell you right away. So let's see. Cheryl and Dale, it's so nice to see you guys. Really good to have you with us. Thanks for coming. Becky says they had issues ordering their Medallion through Princess. They ordered them well in advance, but their last 3 cruises, they've canceled the order, so they have to pick them up at the cruise port. This is a really big problem, but it is happening. It's happening to people that have packages, and it is happening to people that don't have packages. Our Tim and Cindy here, theirs is my favorite. After ordering them a million times, finally they got a box in the mail with Tim's name on it and Cindy's Medallion in it. That's it. It had his name, but his Medallion wasn't in there. Just hers. And so they are having massive problems with Medallions. You would not believe how many people send me emails and tell me this, as well as people that I work with. And you can order them, and they'll show they're not ordered. And finally you'll call, and they'll, sometimes you just get a stupid excuse. Sometimes they'll say, okay, they're ordered. They're not ordered. They don't come.
But at least they work.
But sometimes they are ordered, and then, like you said, they cancel. So truly, the process that you have to go to pick them up at the port, and I know you want to be green laned, you want to not have to do that, but luckily the process is really quick. It is super quick to pick up your Medallion.
They just have them, they hand it to you.
So, and I will tell you firsthand, for the October 4th cruise on the Star Princess, when I go in, I've been able to enter some of our information, and it flips back between not being able to and being able to, by the way. The other day we were able to, so I started putting, I needed to change something on something, so I switched it, and the other stuff showed up just fine. Now it doesn't show up again. So since it's a new ship, that might be a funny thing. But for the August 13th cruise we have on the Regal, I've ordered it because we have the Plus now, just simply for that Wi-Fi, and you can't, it keeps saying cancel. Have you tried to do that?
I haven't.
Yeah, I just do it, and it shows that it's coming for both of us, and then it shows that I still have to order our Medallions. So don't think you're the only one.
And of course, with our luck, they'll show up the day we leave, because we leave a little early. So
Rob says, do you think the Star Princess will be good to go? I'm booked on its 2nd and 3rd cruise. Yeah, I do. So we're booked on the 1st and the 4th and the 5th cruise. And so cruises. And yeah, I do. I really do. Princess is making a big deal about showing her on the Facebook page and all the things they're doing with her. I really do think so.
Yeah, they're not.
I think so.
They're not gonna be.
I don't think we're going to have a repeat of this, of the Sun. That was a mess.
Yeah.
That was a huge mess. So anyway, Karen, hello to you and Louie. Good to have you here. Let's see. They canceled. William says they canceled his when he changed his credit card info and had to reorder. Yeah. Default for Juno, Carrie. It sure is. Well, hi there, Carol. Nice to see you. Off and on rainy in Central Florida. We've got Sue with us, traveling to Texas this spring, was worried about measles. Doctor had me take a titer test to test for immunity before an additional vaccine for measles. Had the antibodies. There you go. There you go. So yeah, like I said, we're just going to have to watch, and people, we're just going to have to watch this unfold as to how they're going to handle that. If you're going to have to do that every time or not. Yeah. So, code 4 for life. Thanks for saying Happy Canada Day. Thank you for saying that. Go. Thank you. Thank you. That's tomorrow, right? On July 1st. It's not June 30th, is it? Will you double check that? Because Happy Canada Day. Yeah, to Carrie. Francis, nice to have you with us, and Explore with Drew. Nice to have you here too. Let's see. Attila the Fun. If you're born before a certain year, check with your doctor. It might be a good idea to get the booster anyway. I think the first few years the vaccine was a little weaker, early to mid 60s time frame. Oh, thank you for saying that.
Good Attila. To know.
I just think it's important. I love the doctor that I go to because she always keeps up on, always checks our vaccines, and so we're up to date with as we get new things, and just like making sure we're on top of where we need to be. So check with your doctor. Thanks for saying that, Attila the Fun. Valerie, it's 118 in Palm Springs. Y'all have the heat there. Yeah. Karen, nice to see you there from Florida. Jody said she sent a message, but now it's grayed out and has a red bar on the left side. What happened? Got anything on that?
Well, where?
I think she meant here. It means here. We don't know, Jody. If anybody else knows, or this has happened to you, let us know.
If she's doing the chat, here it is.
You know what? So I saw the one earlier where you said hi. Yeah, let me know. I don't know why I have a frog. I don't have any water here.
You want me to go grab you one right out there?
No, I'll be okay. So, Jerry worked in a hospital and had MMR, but have no idea where the record is. Also had the normal vaccines as a child. Yeah, that's hard. That's really much harder, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, they don't know what they're asking, do they? So
can't bring my mom with me to.
There's a blood test that can prove you had the measles vaccine. Yeah, it's that titer thing. Thanks, William, for saying that as well. Don't know if they would accept that as proof if it's a measles antibody test. Yeah, they say on here, it just says if someone cannot receive the vaccine, they will need to show proof 72 to 80 hours before the flight of a negative measles test. So I don't know. Maybe there's a test to show you don't have measles.
And of course, Christy is asking which measles.
Red measles? This is true. This is true.
Or German measles.
Measles, mumps, or rubella. Measles,
Yeah.
mumps, rubella. That's true. They did. You're right, Christy. All of these things that we haven't had to worry about until now at this point in history. Really interesting. Huh?
Yeah.
Very interesting. So, Najuma, nice to have you with us. Really good to have you here. Thanks for coming. Yeah. Whatever MMR is for. Measles, mumps, and rubella. I guess that's both, huh?
Yeah.
Measles, mumps. Yeah, that shot, I guess, would cover both, huh, Christy?
Chantel has got a question.
Free laundry service, a perk from Princess if you're elite. We are booked on a 20-day Alaska. Laundry would be good and reduce the amount to pack. It is. It's a perk if you are elite. The only difference that it makes, and it should hopefully, with a 20-day cruise, it's different than a 7. But the amount of time for turnaround for the laundry can depend on how many elite guests are on board.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I'll have somebody, see somebody say, oh, we're on a cruise with so many elite guests that it's a 5-day turnaround. But you know what? To Alaska, I would bet probably not, because as a general rule, you have a lot more new cruisers or people that are just new to cruising in order to see Alaska. So I guess we'll just kind of see. But I think, yes, free laundry is a perk. Free laundry is a perk. So, yeah. So Uncle Ford for Life said that too. Hey there, Pat. Just go to your PC and have them run your primary care and have them run your blood test. Keep the copy of that. You won't have to report them unless you lose that report. Thanks, Pat. Hopefully that's what they're going to say, that you can just get that titer one time and keep it. Yeah. Let's see. Christy says, South American country, that's pretty.
It's because Christy was asking which one.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, Valerie, tell us which South American country. I
think she's maybe thinking that Christy doesn't know that we're talking about the Honduras requirement.
Oh, now I'm with us. Okay, Eric, nice to see you. Really nice to meet you as well. Are there any differences between September, October dates with the European Capital Cruise in 2027? No, they run the ports in different directions sometime, but there's not a big difference in the ports. They're really similar. That's what I would say. So in a perfect world, so we're going to do the October 4th as a group, and that one is sensational. We have been to that part of the world in October, and it's beautiful. When you think about September, it'll be a little bit warmer, but and I guess in a way, I think that would be even a little bit nicer. But at the same time, October 4th is not late. It's before the time change. So to me, the way we're doing these, it just lines up perfectly. And so, hats off to Princess for thinking about this if they did. So the October 4th cruise that goes to those European capitals is before their time change. And then as we go into the October 16th, right? I'm right thinking that's before the time change. The October 4th one. Look at the time change.
October, yeah, it's after Halloween now. Oh, it's always in November.
So it is as well. Never mind. But I do like that. It's before the time change, because you want it to be light later rather than dark earlier. And the further north you go, of course, it gets dark earlier anyway. So anyway, I'm really pleased with the way that works, and that they put that cruise and then backed it up to the Northern Lights so we can do both. But yeah, it's nice to see you. Nice to have you here. Are you guys still thinking about the British Isles, or to let me know what you think? So, Melody, so nice to see you. We're all trying to just be busy, like take care of our families, do our job, all of the things. So
Yeah.
you're never late. We're just early. Nice to have you here. So hi there. Oh, Mead, you know what? The other day I read your comment and I owe you an email. Thank you for your very kind comment. I really appreciate that. That just one of the nicest things anybody said to me in my whole life. So thank you very, very much. Thank you. So, Chantel is going on the Ruby. So that would be, they went on the Ruby last year for a 15-day Panama Canal. So it'll be just like going back on a ship you're already familiar with. That'll be nice. And from San Francisco, very nice. Let's see. Carrie's resigned his fate to that blue line. You know what? For all like the inconvenience that it is, it's not. It always moves fast.
Well,
Whatever port we've been in, it has moved really quick. I'm
and I
going to be
don't think we've
honest.
gotten ours shipped to us for the last year or more.
No.
Yeah.
It's because we never had the plus package. And then on the Sapphire, I forgot because I'm not used to having the plus package. That tells you how good that Wi-Fi is. I'm going to be honest. It's really good Wi-Fi with that plus package. And it's the same with the Premier. I really like that. So, Chica, so good to see you. It's been a minute. Really nice to have you here. Let's see. David says he tried to order his medallion 3 times. Let's see. Oh, to his PO box, it wouldn't work. Changed it to a physical address, and then it would work. So everybody keep that in mind. If you're happening to use a PO box, put in your address.
Yeah, because they may not use the post office. They may be using another carrier.
Yeah, Bobby, so nice to have you here. Thanks for coming. Let's see. Sharon says she just booked her someday cruise on the Celebrity Flora. Oh, no way. To the Galapagos in September 25. No, I have not been there. I have sent people there. They love it. Yes. Oh, I am happy for you. Does anybody else want to go to the Galapagos? I'm going to be honest. I don't know that I am brave enough to swim because they let you, like, you get to swim there. You get to, like, they have a lot of different animals in the water with you. And I don't know that I'm that brave, but I really want to go. I want to go see the tortoises, and absolutely beautiful there, even if you don't want to swim very long in the water. But it's supposed to be just fantastic. I'm really glad that you're going to go. And Celebrity is really good to go on. They are. So let's see. Shantala says their excursions are paid. That are paid for are not showing in each of the accounts. Okay, they're only listed under my login and do show both of us listed. Okay, if they are listed under your login, that's okay. I'm hearing from a lot of people that they can't see their excursions. I'm wondering if it's because of the update that they made to the Princess website to change how they show the excursions. So I would give it a minute. And in my video last week, I talked about how to see the travel summary. I think that's really important. Look at your travel summary. And if you can see them there, you're okay. And like if you can see them under your login, then you're okay. Then you know that they're there. I will say, Tim and Cindy let me know if they love this, that now, and this I think made me like the new way they're doing excursions. You can sort them by which excursions are accessible. I love that because otherwise you're trying to read through all of them and see like which ones are and which ones aren't. And so I love that they're doing that with it. It really helps people that need that. So let's see. Lulu says, you mentioned Santorini. Did you take a ship excursion? Other tour company, did we explore on our own? Do you recommend something? So in Santorini, I always book an early ship excursion to get off the ship, because otherwise, even if you're elite, then you have to wait until so the way they do elite people on Princess is they tell you which lounge or wherever to go to meet. And then as they can fit you on the shuttles, they will take you down as a group to get on the water shuttle. So you kind of have to wait until you can be slid in with people who are taking an excursion, because truly people who have an excursion get first priority.
They do, yeah.
And so they've got a bus to meet over there on land. And so they get first priority, and then elite people get slid in as they can be slid in. Way better, though, to be elite than to have one of those tickets and be waiting with your day there in Santorini. I'm not waiting around on my day in Santorini. So book an early excursion to get off the ship. Choose whichever one you want. They end, most of them, not all of them. Some of them will take you back down the hill there to the bottom, but most of them end in Fira there at the top of the cliffs. And so that you can eat there, you can go, you can do sightseeing from there on your own. They have taxis, they have buses, you can do your own thing there. They have private tour guides, you can do it from there. Just, go shopping, whatever it is that you want to do in that area, and then take the tram down when you're ready to go back down. And so that's what I think is really important, because I don't want to sit there a couple of hours in my day on Santorini. I really enjoy Santorini, and I want to spend my day there.
And the one we did, it was just the simplest one, where they took you to Ia, like you said, and then to Fira. And that was pretty much it.
That's what we did this last time.
Yeah.
We've done other ones other times. We've seen, one time we did one, we went over to a beach and really enjoyed that. They take you to like a little beach thing where it's like all covered and you get your loungers.
Oh, that was wonderful.
It was, and you can go swimming. There, you can walk down the street and go look in the shops. You can order food and eat it there. That was really nice. We've been to the one to see up the top of Mount, I think they call it Mount Elijah there. We've been up there to see that church. We've been on a big tour of the island. We've done lots of different things, and it's all great. Like Santorini's beautiful.
And there's
get off the ship.
There's that restaurant that's right at the end where you're waiting for the cable car to go down.
It's a really good one.
It was really good. The only issue we had was it was late enough in the day that sunshine was coming right on us.
Yeah,
it was hot.
It was really
hot. They actually helped us move up
a little
to the next
higher
level,
to get out of the sun a little bit.
We're in the shade.
Yeah.
Oh, that food was good.
Yeah.
Guess we should get Greek for dinner tonight. Don't know where.
We don't have a place.
No.
So Kim says, if we want to do a vow renewal on the Love Boat cruise, do we sign up or show up? We'll find out when we get on board. Find out. And unless they announce something when they announce the packages. But last time the packages didn't have anything to do with the vow renewal. And truly, last time we would not have even known to sign up if I hadn't walked by just past this little table that was in, it wasn't even next to guest services. It was kind of over and down a little bit. You just had a little box there saying, if you want to do the vow renewal, fill the paper out and put it in there. And I'm like, oh my goodness, people are going to want to do this. And so I tried to find. Oh, Thomas, thank you, sweetheart. It sure is good to see you. How are you doing?
There we go.
Confetti. I'll try the heart.
Yep.
There we go.
Yeah, she's got the heart. Let's see. I'll get you some lasers. I know I can do the lasers, right? There we go.
There we go. So
thanks,
good to
Thomas.
see you, Thomas. Yeah, really good to have you with us. Let's see. Other than that, yeah, I would say, Lulu, talk to your travel guide and your travel agent, have them walk you through some things to do there that so you know the ins and the outs. Let's see. Kim, yep, we'll find out when we get on there. So they like I said, so the last one you had to sign up to do it, the one before that, everybody showed up in the piazza. So I don't know what they'll do. And Lulu will be on the Sky in October. Lovely time to go. Let's see. Mary says Delaware has a state vaccination record and you can download a copy of your immunizations. Check your state health department. You know what? Thanks for saying that, Mary.
Thing to check.
You know what? I was wondering about that. That like in the back of my mind today, because I have from a really long time ago, my little immunization record that my mom gave me. And I just, so I was wondering if the state kept that. I know the state of Utah does. I know that they do. I know that I can get that for my kids. I have one for each of them, but I also know that I can ask for it again.
But so some of that was done at the doctor. Was any of them done at the school, or was that just the polio and the sugar cube?
That's when we were little.
Okay.
But our children didn't have.
No, I'm saying for us. For everybody.
Yeah, no, I remember that at school. Do you guys remember that at school?
Were there other shots that you got at school or whatever?
I think so.
You know, and then it's likely that somehow they recorded that for the school and the state, and then once they digitized that record, it may have gotten digitized. So yeah, thanks, Mary, for that. That's a good thing to check.
Thank you. People can check their state. And Melody, Alaska in May. Thank you, Melody, for saying that to help her know 3 days for laundry when she was on her cruise to Alaska. Yeah. So that tells you how many elite guests were on board. And Stephen, oh, thank you, Chantella. Thank you.
Thanks for the super sticker.
Thank you.
Let's see if I can get the heart this time.
Here, I'll do the heart. You do the lasers.
Okay.
It worked.
There we go.
Yeah. So thank you very, very much. Thanks. Let's see. Where were we?
Oops, sorry,
you slid past. There went Connie. Hi, Connie and Michael. Good to see you. And Janet.
Oh, that was way too far.
See, it's good you went back because I missed a couple of people.
Well,
if I missed anybody else, I am so sorry.
Senior Sea Dog saying,
I saw him.
Okay.
Oh, I thought that was the town in Washington. I know where you live. I know where you don't live
And
in
you know what
Washington.
Combamo is when I say it.
It does. Here I thought it was a town in Washington. Well, at least I'm fun. Okay, I'm fun. Let's see.
I do know where to get Japanese.
Scroll down a little bit, sweetheart.
Let's see.
Keep going, love.
I'm sorry.
Okay, down a little bit more.
A little more.
Okay, wait. Okay, here we are.
Right here.
Okay, Stephen Barbara, that's where we were.
Yep.
So good to see you. Thank you. I owe you a reply to my text this morning. I did work until like 1 o'clock today, and then the kids came, and they just left in time for us to come down here.
Barely.
And so I'm going to get back at it as soon as we're done here. Yeah. So I'll get everybody replied.
So David says AI says measles and rubella are not the same. So yeah.
No, because that vaccine MMR is measles, mumps, and rubella. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But do you believe everything AI tells you?
No, you shouldn't. This is really funny. I asked AI some cruise questions, and some of it got right, and some of it had really old information. So truly don't believe everything it tells you, because if I would have taken what it was telling me about things and told you that, it would have been wrong. You'd have been like, how should you get that?
Can I kind of tell you what AI is? It's just a glorified search engine.
It is.
It scours a little bit deeper, takes a lot more processing. And so anything it finds, anything that's been on the internet, it finds.
Yeah.
So,
oh, well, Karen has her original handwritten vaccination card with her first MMR in 1973. Second one, 1986. Well, no, that's a gap. It's all handwritten. Not sure if it would be accepted in this day and age. Oh, it has to be. It has to be.
Because that's all you got.
Ours is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, even my COVID one was. They had a stamp.
It was. They stamped it for the date, and they stamped the health department or whatever.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, Thomas will talk. I have to call somebody really quick for their final payment, and if Ray and Linda are going to be up, I got to call them really quick, and then I'll call you. Is that okay? Because I'm worried that they're not up as late as you. Is that okay? Okay. Remind me. Okay. And if I forget, text me, Thomas, to remind me. Let's see.
So Jody's saying that yes, the messaging in the chat. I don't know, because we're getting we're obviously getting your chats here.
Yeah. Jody said that she's in Alameda, California, went to San Francisco to the Presidio today with Janet and Debbie, who are also on the Eclipse Cruise next year. How fun. I am really looking forward to meet them, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again. 403. You know what? Remember when we booked that? Like it's a year now. It was last May that we booked that cruise. And it's so how fast that year went, it's gonna be here. Yep. We're going to be standing there looking at an eclipse. Like, I like how that gave me goosebumps. Yeah. Well, good evening, Emil. How are you? It sure is good to see you. How are things in cruise land? Anybody reply? I am so excited to go on another cruise. Really. It's been really an intense 2 months, month and a half since we've been on a cruise. And I am ready to see beautiful places and put my feet up for a minute. Let's see. Jody said they talked about booking excursions. Should we book them
through you or through Princess?
So if you can do your own through Princess, that's what I would do. You know what? And maybe Jody's thinking this. Some people are very sweet and ask me if I book their excursions for them for Princess, if I get commission, and I don't. I'm delighted to help people that need help with that. Delighted to do it, because some people, they just need that help, and I'm delighted. And so I'm happy to do it if you need help. If you can do it and you're just like right there, I would definitely, if you see what you want, book it so that nothing goes away while you're waiting. That's what I would do. And I kind of have looked around. I've been looking at excursions for that cruise and looking at what we were thinking of doing. And I haven't seen a lot that really appealed to me, like as far as private excursions go. And I don't know, I've got my Rick Steves book, and I'm trying to read a little bit of it every night about Spain and some places that we haven't been yet to see. But so far, I haven't been really blown away about the differences there. So anybody else speak up and tell me, if anybody has suggestions on that or anything you're wondering about. So Kathy says Europe is on the old time change schedule.
Well, what he and I double checked. So Europe, Well, I'm sorry, Kathy says it here, but Thomas says it's a couple weeks. So I just checked, and for this year and next year, going to daylight savings in March, we change in the US 2 weeks ahead of Europe. And then at the end of daylight savings, it changes back in Europe 1 week before us, which is October 20 something. And then we change early November. So there you go.
Yeah. And so Mead says, will the October 4th Star Princess cruise be shorts weather or long shorts? Yeah. Now watch it be cold. No, but you know what? Last year when I went on that Azamara cruise, it was like started like 19th of September. It was so warm, and they were saying, "Oh, this is the coldest fall we've had in a long time," and everybody was swimming on the ship. It was hot. So every time that I have been in that region in October, it has still been extraordinarily warm.
Well, yeah. We were on the Silhouette in October this last year in similar area.
Yeah. So the only time, like, I slipped a jacket on when we were on our balcony late one evening because it was just a little bit cool. Gordon didn't need anything, and he had shorts on at the time. So I think that shorts will be great. Living in Arizona, that's probably what you really enjoy wearing when you can not have to be at work or, doing your job. So I would say shorts. I would take a pair of long pants. Just, you need one. I noticed that they didn't always enforce shorts in, like, people not wearing shorts to the main dining room on Celebrity when we were on that cruise. And the more I hear about that, the more I think it just varies by ship. Because I think I've been on Princess Cruises where I have seen them not like people in the main dining room in shorts. Others, they don't even care. And it was that way very much on the Silhouette. They didn't care. And so I was going to say, have a long pair of pants for the dining room, but maybe you don't need to worry about that. I would still bring one in case there's a cold snap, but yeah. Anyway, I'm excited. So if I remember what you look like. So if we see you, we'll say hi. But if you see us, be sure to say hi. It'll be nice to get to see you again. So Code for Life, they have a lot of 4 and 5 stars on the Western Isle, which we're only 3-star. So we purchased the unlimited laundry package. Our laundry is back the next day. That is impressive laundry service. Good for you. And that's good. And a lot of times on those longer cruises, you do get people with more loyalty. So thanks for saying that. It's awesome, though. You guys are 3 stars already. Look at you. So Chris says they're just back from 14 nights on the Enchanted. Did you know they have eliminated that Fortuna Luck role? We were surprised. That Fortuna Luck lady, she was always entertaining, huh? Yeah. Now that you say that, I don't remember. Can anybody remember if there was Fortuna Luck on the Panama Canal cruise? I remember I didn't see her on the Sapphire Princess.
I thought I remember on the
Maybe Panama. Emil remembers. Yeah. I don't know.
But I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. So like you guys saying hey to each other. Kathy popped up days. To be honest, I don't miss Fortuna. I got tired of hearing the number, specific jokes. Just tell us the number. The only time I saw her was in her funny outfit because I didn't really go in the casino. And I always just thought, what, that wig just does not look good in that outfit. But I always look at things funny, so
you got to remember
it's okay. It doesn't matter.
Luck's trying to be redhead versus the true.
No, she just always looked like
the real
flea
deal.
Bitten, like it had been recycled a lot of times. So it's just nice to see you guys. Hey Gina, how are you? Oh, the Galapagos is on your list too. See, and you guys are probably brave enough to swim in the water, like with the other animals. I just thought, oh, that sounds fun to go swimming there. And then they were talking about like the animals in the water. I was like, oh, forget that. I only go in the ocean when there's no fish. So yeah.
Or she doesn't know about them.
I don't go very far in the ocean.
She doesn't look in the water.
I can't. So anyway.
And I keep telling her they're more scared of her than she is of them.
I don't believe it.
They swim away from you.
Yeah. Oh, Mick wants to go to the Galapagos, but fear I'm aging out. Okay, sweetheart. You know what? We should try to do this soon, and we're not going to age out, okay? If we want to wait and watch while people are swimming in the water because either we maybe think we're older than we want to be to go do that, or because we don't want the fish to eat us because we're so sweet, We're not going to age out, okay? We've got a long ways to go before we get there. So let's figure this out together, okay? Like truly, I believe that. We need to do it sooner than later. That's why my 2026 looks like it does. Every once in a while, I look at 2026 at the end, like starting August 8th, and panic because I'm not going to be home. But at the same time, I am so excited, and it's going to be grand. So, Emil says that the Galapagos is extremely mandatory. Went with celebrity. So did you go swimming in the water with all those, like the animals? Did you do that? I want to go see the tortoise.
Did he even
just
get
see
off
it.
the ship?
Touche. Okay, tell us. Okay, let's see. Let's see, Thomas, I can't do something. Oh, you can't see the excursions. You know what? My app never works right for excursions. I don't even rely on my app for excursions. It's such a mess. That's just throwing that out there. The app and excursions, the only thing I use the app for, I would say the Princess app. And you know what? When we were on Celebrity, I'm just going to be honest, it has some glitches too. It had glitches too. And so I use it to put in my information for the cruise. I do that. And I like to look when it gets a little bit closer to the cruise to see what they're starting to show some of the activities are going to be. I like to do that. But once I get on board the ship, I definitely look at the printed out pattern more because it just is faster and easier for me and is complete. I like that they don't always put everything in the app that's on the pattern. And dining reservations. Right. And dining reservations if Gordon and I are going. Other than that, I don't use the app.
Well, and we need to explain how we go through our excursions. We probably shouldn't show the process. I have a big screen for my computer monitor. It's an old TV that I bought for $100. It's a 40-inch. And we sit there side by side and we'll look at the excursions. And of course, then she gets...
You should video this.
We should. It would be our comedy night.
It comes under the heading of Gordon doesn't have any stuff. So along those lines.
She doesn't like my keyboard. And so I'll be... Though that happened because your keyboard's broken or something like this.
I don't ever say it's broken.
Okay. She doesn't think
Anyway.
But we go through and we like, as we sit there together, we look at the places that we want to go. We look at the excursion. We go through if there's any reviews on it. We look at where it's actually going. We'll pull up Google Maps and we have a fun evening.
We do. We have a lovely time.
Yeah.
I have my books with me to look and see where I flagged that we want to go.
Steve says, or somebody else.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's
so it's a lot of fun.
Been. Yeah,
we should put a video up. Be a lot of editing.
Gordon's also been thinking about doing one about how he does his hair for a cruise. So that's what we think of when we think of entertainment. Okay, so Mead says, "Am I the only one who likes the old excursion page better than the new one?" No. I like the old one better. The only thing I like about the new one is Tim and Cindy said you can filter for accessible. I think that's worth a lot.
Yeah, that would be.
But other than that, no. Can we just go back to what we had and add a filter for accessible? I agree with you. I'm the same as you are, Mead. Let's see. Oh, Lulu doesn't miss Fortuna either. So I'm not the only one. Yeah. Let's see. Top notch. Emil's talking about the crew there with code 4 for life. Lulu doesn't like it either.
Christy and David are having a discussion.
I love you both. And thank you for having the discussion here. We need those comments. You guys are so awesome. Okay, no Fortuna luck on Holland America.
Yeah, someone mentioned Mead, I think, mentioned that he was told they all gone on all.
Holly is saying the same thing. If she has anything delivered to her PO box, it has to be sent to a street address. Has to do this with Amazon, FedEx, and UPS. They do, and there's a lot behind that, and a lot to do with fraud. There's a whole and it's been that way for a very long time.
Oh
yeah. Not only fraud, other things, but fraud's huge with that. And Mary says that Fortuna Luck was obnoxious. Sounds like that nobody misses her, so it's okay. Let's see, where are we going here?
Josh is wondering which cruise lines we've not cruised on that we would like to go on.
Well, we haven't done Viking, and I want to do that. So we're doing the river, and I want to do ocean.
And MSC, you keep talking about wanting to try.
You know what? So I come and go with MSC. I'm going to be really honest with you.
Not this month.
So the reason that I come and go with MSC is because I really don't see, because of where I live in the country, MSC becoming my go-to. Honestly, I think if I lived in Florida, like I remember Marilyn, she used to go on Princess Lots, and now she doesn't. She goes on MSC because she loves the yacht club and the Ocean Reserve, their private island. She loves that. And to me, if I lived where I could access that very easily, I would definitely be trying that and giving it a whirl. But since I don't, and I don't know, right now I'm traveling for the places that I want to go see. MSC is just not at the top of my list, except for that, like World Europa and some of the places that's going. I want to go. Maybe I should try it just so I know if I want to go on the World Europa. I know that people that are cruise YouTubers have done videos on MSC, and a lot of times they are invited to come and not pay. And that kind of, I don't think they're dishonest. I'm not saying that, but it does make you think, well, I'm getting paid to be here, so I got to say something decent about it, or at least not point out what I don't like as much. It just kind of colors your what you cover about it. And so I just want to go try it, and I'll tell you what I think. So I do need to do that, I guess, when I think of where the World Europa is going. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Carrie says Fortuna kept following him from cruise to cruise. I almost quit. That's really funny. Let's see.
Kay is wondering, does it say anything about people born before another time? Doesn't.
No.
It says,
no. Nope. In my video, it just says, 100 authorities are requiring documentation to show proof of measles vaccine for travelers coming from various countries, including the United States, for any travel over land, by sea, or by air for all foreign travels to Honduras. If someone cannot receive the vaccine, they will need to show proof 72 to 80 hours before the flight of a negative measles test. So that's for a flight. So I'm sure they'll have to do something. Go for Life would like to try Seaborn.
I like Chantel right here.
I just want to try Seaborn to Antarctica, to be quite frank. Yeah, I don't. I loved Azamara. If I want to go on a nicer cruise, I'm calling Azamara. Like, that's who I would book on. Absolutely. And to me, Azamara is like Relaxed Country Club. So like not so stuffy that you're like, and not, but people know, I don't know what I'm trying to put into words, but it's just really nice without being stuffy. I really enjoy that. And I guess it's because some of the things I see about some of the other lines, Seaborn, Regent, and even Oceania to an extent, it seems a little bit stuffier. And I just don't.
We don't have any use for that.
I mean, I can be stuffy if somebody wants. Well, I don't think I can be stuffy, but I can tolerate stuffiness. But
I can be stuffy.
He can. You all saw that last week or Friday night. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Chantal, you're wonderful. This cruising is a new world for us, and we've learned so much. Stuff? Oh, I am so glad. We are really happy for you. You're going to have to tell us like what you think about Alaska when you go, and let us know if you have other questions, because we're delighted that you have found this world. Yeah, it's really quite the way to travel. Well, really the way to travel.
She says you have a gentle spirit.
Which is very sweet. Thank you very much. Thanks. So,
Cards by Glenn, Spade Strategies.
Oh, Mead's not even sure what state he lived in when he had the measles vaccine. Oh, yeah. His dad was in the military and they moved around. And I'm sure there's a lot of people like that. If you like moved when you were little, even if you could kind of remember, you're like, well, where did I get that? Yeah, that's really hard. So, yeah, and like go for life. I'd like to try Seaborn. Like I said, Seaborn to Antarctica. Yeah. I am determined to go soon to Antarctica on an expedition ship. Let's see. Oh, Thomas says Illinois also has state vaccination records.
So they're saying that, do you know when the cutoff is? it's next July when June when they start the new program.
Yeah, June 1st of 2026 on Carnival Cruise Line is when they're going to make that change. And then depending on what status you have, it'll hold over for, I think the Diamond people are till like 2032.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah. And then after that, it will depend on your spending.
Sue says the records only go back so far, and that makes sense.
Born in 1960, and the state record only shows more recent vaccines, not anything for when I was a kid. That's interesting.
Yeah.
And, that could easily vary by state,
Very, very much so. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Veronica. So good to see you, sweetheart. Hit that like button, please, and like a thumbs up. Let us know if you've got any other questions. Let's see. Thanks, you guys. You're awesome. So Mary said her mom had a chart in the kitchen cabinet next to the wall phone with the dates we kids had the things back in the 60s. She has her yellow military shot record from the 70s to look back on. That is awesome. I like that.
And ask your
Clyde remembers the shots at school.
Yeah,
I do remember that.
And ask your teenage grandchildren if they know where the Yellow Pages is.
Yeah. Let's see. Measles and MMR is the measles they're talking about. Thank you, Meg. Yeah. Even if it was rubella, like that's in the same vaccine, but yeah. Okay.
Mead says AI is actually incorrect.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Some things you can ask and it nails it, but I wouldn't lose it like as a real source. And too, there are different like ones that you can get. And I'm sure that they've become way more sophisticated the more like that you pay and which ones you select. And yeah. Let's see. Diane says she remembers having measles before there was a vaccine. Yeah. Let's see. Ray says if you can swing it, you'll have the best time. They're great cruises. Thanks, Ray, for saying that. We do. We have a really fun time.
Yeah.
We have the best people. So let's see. Thanks, Christy. You're a sweetheart.
Carrie's going to go get some back medicine at the bar.
Oh, take good care, Carrie. Really do take good care. Let's see. Who's going to be on Celebrity in September? Sorry. Miss J.
Melody's trying to say that she's got way too long to wait, and Emil's saying,
Sneak you're in your luggage. Let's see. Anybody have any other questions there before we go? Which Wish Princess would fix the app regarding the star? I think that it's going to get a lot better once they take possession of the ship, actually. I think that's a thing.
Yeah.
So Cruise with Pat and Rich. Their next cruise is in October, and they can't wait. Fortuna has been eliminated. Oh, thanks for saying that, Maid. On all the princess ships. Asked on the Enchanted last month, and she is gone. I wonder what made that happen. That's great though. Yeah.
Did she do something wrong?
Let's see. Does anyone have excursions for Argentina and Uruguay? So we're gonna go. So you know what? What did we do last time? In Buenos Aires, we didn't do anything last time. This time we're going to do something, though, on Disembarkation Day because we don't want to have to sit at the airport for quite as long. But
Uruguay, we went to the soccer museum.
Yeah, they had one that took us to their parliament building. There was a soccer museum and a soccer field, and they took us to this really cool park with this really beautiful sculpture. And,
overlooking,
and just kind of like a city drive. Nice. We really enjoyed that. I don't need to do it again, but I really enjoyed it. So that was a good one. This time we're going to do one. What's that one we're doing in Montevideo? It's that one that takes you down to an art museum at that fancy little resort village. You could look if you want.
I thought we didn't grab.
I think we did. I think we're booked. Or maybe I just did it. Let's see. Oh, Mead wants to know if anybody has been to Lithuania and Latvia, looking at a 26-day cruise that includes those countries. Oh, wow, that's where your grandparents lived. Oh, and then I'll get to you, David. So, you know what? I have not.
We haven't, but we plan to.
Bet. There was one that we had booked during COVID that got off. You got off in Lithuania, took you into Lithuania. You had an overnight stay, and then they brought you out to meet the ship in Latvia the next day. And I was so excited about that. So you might look and see if that's an excursion. Like that's part of why I want to do that cruise again. And so we might add that in 2027. I don't know if we'll do a group or just us. I don't know if anybody else wants to come. We're just trying to figure out where we can put it in. But I just really long to see those places. And the one that they have that does Lithuania and Latvia also does Gdansk, Poland. And I have on my bookshelf here, I don't know if you can see it, but there's, see that blue book right there? It says Polska on it. That my distant cousin sent me in the mail a couple of years ago. And he lives in Warsaw, and he sent me that book with the sweetest handwritten note on the inside because my grandmother came from Poland. And so we're related through my grandmother. But anyway, I guess I didn't have to tell you all that. But if anybody has to say, but that's the excursion we had it booked, and then that cruise got canceled in 2020. So,
well, and Emil says Lithuania C, Latvia B, and Estonia A. I definitely agree.
We really enjoyed Estonia. I'll tell you if he's correct on that grading system when we get to go. Okay. No, I believe.
Yeah, we do have one. I don't remember booking that.
Yeah, it's called Ponte del Este and Rally Museum. That's the one that we have in Montevideo.
Oh, I read it as Rail Museum.
So
that would be.
David says, when will the Holland America final deposit for the 4th of July next year be due? So like the final payment is like 3 months before. So the 4th. So June, probably the beginning of April. Yeah, beginning of April next year is when that final payment will be due. So, if anybody, if Amelia, if you have a suggestion there, pop it in there for our meet. Anybody else has anything?
June is asking about art in Rome.
I love researching and learning prior to the trip. It's half the fun of traveling.
The Vatican
Artwork in Rome.
Museum.
Are you thinking of the Vatican? The Borghese? Like go to the Borghese Museum.
Oh yeah, that one.
See if you can get tickets. Now I think I put that. Hopefully I put that in an email to you. The Borghese. There's the Dori Pamphili Museum. Stunning, and like they have so many remarkable art pieces there. It's like DORIPHAM. Let me find that museum for you really fast. It's beautiful though. Like, wow. And you get there and it just looks like a regular palazzo, like a beautiful home, just in busy streets of Rome there. But then you go into the courtyard and then you go into the actual place, and it's just absolutely stunning.
So
I would go there. So, and then there's like the French church. Oh, thank you, Mead. You're sure.
Well, it's because thank you. He wants to buy me a wig.
Anyway, what was I?
You were talking about that museum.
Like the I have forgotten most of my French, but it's like it's the French church there in Rome. Sorry, something Francese, and it has all these Caravaggios. So you go in, you put your euro in the thing, and the lights come on, and you see like when you go on the front door, there's over on your left hand side, the wall with Caravaggio after Caravaggio after Caravaggio, huge, grand. So there's that. Doria Pamphili. Let's see.
So Mead's saying they ought to get me a red wig so I can look like you. No. Oh no, so I can be
Doria Pamphili Gallery. DORA new word, then a space PAMPHILJ Gallery, Rome. Yeah, beautiful. It's really beautiful. We can talk later if you want to. Yeah. Come and go with MSC. If I go again, it would be Yacht Club. Thanks for saying that, Mary. Does anybody want to do a group? No. I'll go try it first because you know what? I'm not going to drag y'all somewhere I'm not sure about.
Do it without trying it.
Yeah, I can't do that. Gordon's like, she just wants to have fun. Okay, scroll back. Did we miss anybody else?
They're talking
about Yacht Club. We'll stick with Princess. Stuff, Never had a rad cruise. I hear you, Pat and Rich. I hear you. Let's see. Oh, Alexandria, thank you for saying that. Went on Seaboard to Antarctica and loved it. Zodiac excursions were awesome. Excuse me, sir, you scrolled up before I got her last few words. I would love to go. Okay, I am so in. So the people that I work with went to Antarctica on Seabourn, and they shared pictures the whole time. I talked to them about it when they got home. I would really like to try Seabourn because it was that good. People talk about Hurtigruten, which is similar experience, yet a little bit different. It's even more explore, like they do science experiments when you're on board the ship. And you know what? I had enough science when my kids were growing up and in my college experience, so I don't really need to do that again. But it doesn't mean I wouldn't like to hear about it. Like that would be fun to hear about it, but I just don't need to do them. Like, don't ask me to do a science experiment. I'm gonna look out the window at the water. But I still think it would be splendid. And I love, so Hurtigruten, broke off their expedition ships, like they have HX now. And boy, do they take care of their guests. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And so that also, I'm really interested in that. So maybe we'll have to go more than once. Yeah. So, okay. I'm glad you're in.
Yeah.
So, this is what makes me happy. Y'all are talking to each other. Patty the Fatty. What a cute name. Going to be on the Star November 10th. Oh, how fun is that? Do say hi if you see us. It's your first cruise. Okay, so here's going to be your rule. If you go on the Star Princess and you're like, you know what, this is just not my thing, you know what, give another princess ship a chance. Okay?
Yeah.
Remember that. I always tell people that about the Sun and the soon-to-be Star. Some people go, they love it. Some people go, it's fine. Some people are like, this is not my thing. So then give another princess ship a chance because there's a little bit difference. So, yeah. Let's see. Thomas is coming with us on the Star Princess inaugural. So we're so excited. We're in a red wig. Let's see. Fortuna's sister.
Yeah, a lot of luck.
Let's see. Is that inaugural in Europe? Patty the Fatty. Yes, October 4th, a round trip from Barcelona. Yep. Let's see. With you, especially the science fair. Thank you, Thomas. As I'm saying that, I'm like, I sound like a stupid, uneducated person. But no, I have served my time. And I did not do any of my children's science fair projects because I don't believe in that. But I do believe in being the one
we were very involved.
I do believe being the one like, you need to drive me to drive you where? Okay, get in the car. Or we need what? Okay, get in the car. We'll go there and get it. But stressful.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing that.
Well, with our daughter, we drove out to the desert and dug in the rocks.
Yeah. Mead is very excited about trying a princess ship that has a different layout than he's grown accustomed to. So you know what? It's very exciting. And I don't forget, everybody, like I said, when you get on the ship, and we're going to do it the day we get on the Star, we're going to go walking all over the place so that we see the whole thing. And not only will we take you with us and show you, but like, I want to know what all there is so that I am sure to have the chance to enjoy it, so that we don't, like on the last day or the second to the last day, be like, oh my gosh, this has been here the whole time. So I think it's wonderful. Yeah. Does anybody have any questions before we go? Yeah, we sure enjoy all of you coming tonight. Thank you. Yeah. Anything else?
Friday's the 4th.
Friday is the 4th. So we're not going to come here. We'll just let you all enjoy a beautiful 4th of July. Yeah. Very much so. We hope you have a wonderful 4th and that you enjoy, whether you're getting together with your family or your friends or whatever it is that you're doing. If you're watching the fireworks at home on the TV there by yourself, have a wonderful time, whatever you're doing. Thanks, Cards by Glenn Spades Strategies. It's nice to have you all with us. So don't miss my videos. I sure appreciate y'all being here with me. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. But thank you, Mary. We are such a work in process here. I'll get it. I will never be able to quite get everything right, but it's a mess now. It's a mess. And so we'll get it more together when we have a minute. But it's really nice to have you with us. So thank you all. And I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. And for the 4th of July, I have to add, God bless America. And you all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.